Good morning and welcome to Today in LA with Mike Amos. We have a special guest, Will Matthews, and I'm Forrest Lee. And on the phone is Michael Jr. calling in from Florida. Welcome to the show.
And I'm here this morning, and good morning to everybody out there. And on a sad note, I lost a dear friend in the Pike County in Troy, Alabama. Lost a dear friend in Matt Gibson. He died yesterday morning. We do not have any arrangements, but the family, we were praying for you. And of course, a godly man, too. Matt Gibson was a godly man. He goes to be with his Father in heaven.
And we
I hate to hear that. Mac was a Baylor graduate, wasn't he?
Yeah, right. I used to kid him all the time and say you're the best Baptist in town.
Also, Mr. Ron Morgan passed away. His funeral will be Saturday. Visitations at 10 at Dillard Funeral Home. The service will start at 11. And this afternoon, Mike, at Charles Henderson High School, they're going to dedicate the football field in honor and memory of Demario Harris, who passed away. I believe it was in 2014. He was playing for Charles Henderson, took a hit.
Player he was, too. I thought he was a
good player. He used to come on the show all the time.
Yeah.
Interview him, Coach Dean, and great kid.
Yeah.
Broke my heart when I heard about that.
There was a wonderful picture that Joey Meredith took before the game.
Yeah.
You see the back of his jersey, number 10, and he's facing the scoreboard. And that's all you can see. And but anyway,
again,
5 o'clock today, Charles Henderson High School. They're dedicating the football practice field.
Wonderful. No question. Of course, here comes the judge. The judge is in the house, and of course, he's coming here to arrest my buddy Forrest now. You'll be easy with him, Judge.
I got 9 winners for y'all this week.
9 winners. Let's go ahead and get into the high school. We'll do the high school and see what we're doing on time. High school playoffs start this week at number 1, Choctaw at Brantley. I'm picking Brantley.
I'll take Brantley.
You got Brantley, Mike.
Are you going to play this game with us?
It really probably wouldn't be fair because I don't know anything about high school.
Yeah, you do. Okay. You know as much as we do.
I tell you what I'll do. I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 14 games on here. 13 games on here. I'll take every home team.
Okay. All
right.
You got
even Houston Academy. You've been calling the upset all week.
It's not on there.
Houston Academy's not on here, Michael.
Yeah, I didn't put that one on there.
No, we need to write it in.
Okay. All right, number 2.
Mobile Christian.
They got Mobile Christian, which is crazy. So they're going to have to play Mobile Christian because Mobile Christian had to forfeit. How many games? 7?
Yeah, they were 0-7 going into the 8th game, they were 0-7, and they won the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th game to be 3-7 and made the playoffs on a coin flip.
Mm-hmm.
There were 3 teams tied, and they flipped a coin, and they won the coin flip.
Yeah, we can write in the winner under 13. I'll take Houston Academy.
Okay, I'm going to take Mobile Christian.
Mobile, Ronnie
well, I know you might be right.
I'm going to take Mobile Christian too.
All right, I'm only one out there taking Houston Academy.
All
right. Shame because Houston Academy is undefeated.
Undefeated, untied. Of course, they don't have ties, I guess, in high school.
You're going to have to beat them anyhow, so if you can win the first round, hey, you cleared that hurdle. Did you pick Brantley, Mike?
Yeah.
All right, we got South Choctaw at Elba. I believe everybody will go with Elba. They're the number 1 team in 2A, 1A, excuse me. Number 3.
How many yards for?
Oh,
Henderson's his name?
it is. He's a sophomore. All right, we got St. Luke's. Have you picked Mike?
You know, no. What I was looking for was, do we actually have LB in there?
Number 2. Number
All right,
2.
I got you. My bad.
Okay. All right, number 3 is St. Luke's out of Mobile at G.W. Long. St. Luke's at George W. Long.
I'll take Long.
Who you got, Michael?
I'll take St. Luke.
That's who I took.
Okay.
Number 4 is Chickasaw.
I always lean for Mobile School.
Yeah, they're pretty good, aren't they?
Well, Chickasaw Mobile School is playing at Ayrton, but I will take the Purple Cats of Ayrton.
You're right. That's Mobile School, but I'll take Arrington. This is a different cowboy.
Who you got, Mike? Okay.
These are my Dale County people.
Yeah. Number 5, Isabella at Highland Home. I will fly high with a squadron.
They don't know what hit them. Isabella don't know what hit them until that big number 15. I reckon 15, 14. What's the number?
15. Falks 15.
This Falk kid is the real deal.
You got Highland Home, Michael?
Going to Florida State. Makes you wonder if Alabama or Auburn come back in on him.
I bet they do.
Yeah. I got Holland home.
All right, no.
Auburn's new coaching stuff.
All right, Luverne travels to Vincent.
Oh, I'm going to
Luverne.
take that North Alabama team. I'm going to take Vincent.
I'll take Vincent.
This is like around Tuscaloosa, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
But I would congratulate Highland Home. Luverne. They've got a streak going for state tournament.
Well, they're in the playoffs.
They've been in the playoffs for how many straight years? 40?
42, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Who you got, Mike?
I guess I'll take Vincent. I don't know. I need to look up records. I'm kind of going blind.
Number 7, Hugh Fountain travels to play Mike DeBose at Op.
Go up, go up, go up, go. Go up, go up, go up, go.
I'd love to see Hugh win, but I'm going to pick Op.
Everybody takes Op.
Houston had a good year between this alma mater.
Mike DeBose against Hugh Fountain.
Yeah.
We'll take off.
All right. We're at number 8 in high school. This is the Pick'em Show. We have Michael on the phone. This is Will Matthews to my right and far right. Big Mike. Pike County at Excel. Excel was undefeated till they lost to a team out of Florida last week. Pike County lost a close game to Houston Academy. I am going to go with the Pike County Bulldogs.
Let me tell you, this is a good Excel team, no question about it, but it's a very good Pike County team. Of course, Excel is the home of the all-time great linebacker at Alabama. What was his name? Leroy Jordan. But I'll take the Pike County Bulldogs. I've got them going all the way to the championship game. All right, go ahead.
Who you got, Mike?
The games at Excel?
Yes.
I'll take Excel.
Oh, boy.
All right, here's number 9, Carroll at Gulf Shores. Sorry. I'm going to pick Gulf Shores and the college collegiate coaching staff.
Do you know what? Those guys, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at what a great coaching staff is. I'm looking at the best team. I'm going to take Carroll of Ozark.
Okay.
They played very well down the stretch.
What about you, Mike? You got Gulf Shores?
Yeah, I'll take Gus Shores. You know, Carroll lost the first team last week to what, St. James, 31-28.
Mm-hmm. It was. Number.
Gus Shores as a running back is one of the best in the state.
Oh, really?
He come out of North Alabama, didn't he?
Oh, they recruited him?
I don't know how that works.
Well, I'll tell you what, Hudspeth with it.
Ends up at Gus Shores Hospital. Also.
Yeah. Yeah, there you
Okay.
go. Number 10, Faith Academy out of Mobile versus Eufaula.
You know, Charles Simpson beat Eufaula at Eufaula, but I'll tell you what, this is going to be a good one, but I don't think Faith will beat Eufaula. I'm going to take Eufaula at home.
I'm going to pick Faith.
All right.
I'm going to take Faith as well.
Are they out of Mobile?
They are. Faith Academy. Mm-hmm. And number 11, Wilcox Academy at Crenshaw Christian Academy. I will take the Cougars and Wayne Grant fishing any day of the week.
I'll take Crenshaw Christian.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
And number 12, Enterprise is at Baker.
Enterprise is on a roll right now, and of course we had the coach on the show yesterday. I'm gonna take the Wildcats. They say, go Wildcats, go Wild.
You know, Chuck Don was on yesterday, and I think he said Baker was 4-6, so they won all the games they had to win to make the playoffs. And I'll take Enterprise.
That's who I got. And I'll take Charles Henderson over Williamson.
I'll tell you what, we don't know exactly how good this Williamson team is. Do you have any idea, Mike, what their record was?
Well, I mean,
6-4.
pretty good. UMass Wright was undefeated, and they only got beat by UMass Wright 17-8. That was Kerry Curtis breaking the all-time wins record in Alabama with 345 wins.
I'll take Charles Henderson at home.
That is a great question. What is Williamson's record? Let me look it up.
What did he say?
Charles Henderson's had an off week to get ready as well.
Yeah, 4-4 in the region.
4-4 in the region, Mike. All right,
We want to just keep on going to college?
yeah, exactly. In fact, I took Houston Academy, and y'all took
Mobile Christian.
Mobile Christian. Okay.
Is that right? Last night in baseball, Houston won, and they also combined for a no-hitter?
That is
Four
correct.
pitchers threw a no-hitter, Michael.
Oh God.
And this is the guy that started the game, Javier. He threw 6 innings, no-hitter, and they took him out. I couldn't believe it. Other than God, he's only got to get 9 more outs, and he gets a no-hitter.
He was, after 97 pitches, he was removed.
They took him out, and they brought one in for the 7th inning.
You got Brian Abreu,
Yeah.
Rafael Montero, and Ryan Presley.
All 3 of them got 3 up and 3 down the last 3 innings.
Let me see what you guys know. Who pitched the most famous no-hitter of all?
Don Larson.
1956.
They know
year I was born,
what they were talking about. Don
I
Larson
was
with the
in
Yankees.
diapers.
And Yogi came back and jumped on top of him. He hugged his neck.
And the series is tied 2-2. They'll play again in Philadelphia tonight about 7:03 Central Time. Then on Saturday and Sunday, the games will be in Houston, Game 7 if needed, and both of those start times are 7:03 Central Time on Fox TV.
Steve, are we able to tape or not tape, but are we able to do the on TV?
Yeah.
They are.
They're going to tape it and they'll show it Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. Okay.
You cannot tape live playoff games in Alabama if you're a private entity. They sell those rights to someone.
Now, when does this other bunch start carrying the games? You know, public television.
It'll be live.
On public television.
Yes, sir. It's what I'm reading.
All right.
What I read yesterday.
Well, that's good information. And public television's on your dial right here at Troy Cable. All right.
Good story from last night. I had a wine event down at Alice Beach. I had a guy from Napa. So we had about 20 people there, and we were doing a private tasting. And Lee and I leave, my wife and I leave. We go to Baraga, our favorite restaurant, and we start, sitting at the bar and getting something to eat. Later, meet a guy from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. His son played LSU, played for Miles, played for Orgeron. And he said Les Miles would practice his kids for hours and hours because, he's a Bo Schembechler guy. He said Orgeron had him out there just for, maybe an hour and a half at best. Their coaching philosophies were different. So me and this guy started talking about wine, and we start trading stories left and right. And he's got a place at the beach. He's got a place in Park City, Utah. He's in the oil and gas business. He owns about 200 shell stations. So we start talking back and forth, and he starts talking about LSU games. And I was like, "You don't have St. Season tickets, do you?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I've got club level. I got 4 tickets to every game. I've had them for years." I said, "My wife and I have always wanted to go to a Saints game." And he said, "You want to go to a Saints game?" He said, "Pull up the schedule right now and just tell me which game y'all want to go to." He sent me 4 club level tickets to the Saints game on January the 8th before I left the restaurant.
Wow.
On January the 8th, now that's playoff time, isn't it?
No, that's probably close to the
That's
end.
one of the last games of the season.
Who are they playing?
They're playing Carolina Panthers.
Oh, yeah. There'll be plenty of tickets.
But I've always wanted to go to the Saints game. I got
Yeah.
well,
Is it in the box or is it just a regular seat?
It's club level, right below the box.
Yeah. Okay.
Michael, what year did Alabama play LSU for the national championship down there in the Sugar Bowl?
2011. I was there.
All right, 2011, and the night before the Saints played Detroit Lions in the playoffs, and I went to that game. It was the day before the national championship game, and that was the Saints and the Lions were. I mean, it was nip and tuck, and the Saints went for it on their own 12-yard line. It was 4th and 1, and Drew Brees did a quarterback sneak and got the first down, and they won the game by 2 points or something. It was amazing.
Wow.
Okay.
It's amazing technology though today. He actually sent me those tickets, and they're on my phone right now.
Sure.
I've got the tickets on my phone.
That's how they do them.
Wow.
All right. Let's
All right.
get into colleges.
The college pick, number 1, Texas Tech at TCU.
Boy, you don't know how much
wow.
the NCAA committee wants Texas Tech to beat TCU.
They won't do it.
I'm going to take TCU.
Mike?
Who's the team you play?
At TCU.
Spread.
I'll go with TCU again.
Spread's 14.
Number 2.
9.5.
Yeah. Number 2, Oklahoma State is at Kansas. Oklahoma State got blew out last week,
Oh, boy.
or blown out. Oklahoma State at Kansas.
Surely they're not as bad. I'm going to take Oklahoma State to win the game.
Me too.
Yeah, it comes back if Kansas quarterbacks can never come back. They've had an off week. I guess I'll go Oklahoma State. Low line though. Line's like 2.5.
I'm going
Boy.
to jump out there on the limb, hope it doesn't break. I'm going to go Kansas. Number 3, Pennsylvania State at Indiana. Penn State at Indiana.
Pennsylvania State University.
I'll take Penn State.
I will too. You know, the last outing though, Indiana was impressive, but I'll take Penn State.
All of us got Penn State.
We didn't even talk about that Penn State-Ohio State game. I don't know if anybody watched that, but at one time in the fourth quarter, Penn State was actually leading that game 21-16. And then Ohio State scored 4 touchdowns. And Penn State luckily scored a touchdown late that made a lot of people happy.
It made me happy. I had 16 points, and I was leading the game.
Have you ever seen a game turn that much?
Yeah.
Well, that quarterback just gift wrapped a touchdown to Ohio State. Threw an interception,
Yeah.
and a lineman picked it off and ran in there for a touchdown. That was awful.
They got a defense player at Ohio State.
I saw him. Yeah, he is good.
Linebacker.
That was him, I think.
Somebody.
Yeah.
Did they play this week? That's
Ohio State.
I think they're off this
Yeah.
week.
Or
Mike,
it's a
I mean,
cupcake.
Forrest, this be a good time to call our guy from Troy, who is the quarterback coach at Ohio State.
Right, Dennis. Might try to email and see if he can.
Yeah, that would be
Skype
wonderful.
one day.
Yeah.
Or
Who we got next?
Michigan State at Illinois. I'll take the Illini.
Illinois played phenomenal this year.
Oh, yeah, they'll win the game.
17.5-point favorite.
Oh, man.
I like
Line
Illinois.
started in Vegas minus 8.5, but they suspended 4 players from Michigan State. Gone all the way up to 17.5, 9-point jump.
Mm-hmm. Number 5, Clemson at Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is playing much, much better football. I'm gonna pick them in the upset. I'm gonna take Notre Dame over Clemson in an upset.
I'm going to pick Clemson.
This is one of my specialties this week, Notre Dame.
All right now.
There you go,
Get
Mike.
4 points.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll pick Clemson.
Do we know what time this game is?
It's
I
an
think
early
10
game.
o'clock,
It's an
11
early
o'clock.
game. Yeah,
11
it's
o'clock.
early. Yeah.
I'll take Clemson.
There you
All
go.
right.
Number 6, California at University of Southern California.
This one
Blowout.
Blowout. Yeah.
I'll take USC.
Well, I'll take USC. I watched Cal a little bit against Oregon. They got some pretty good players.
We got number 7, Wake Forest up. Wake Forest versus North Carolina State. That should be a pretty good.
Wake Forest got killed by Louisville.
I'll pick North Carolina State.
Oh
North
boy.
Carolina State doesn't have their quarterback, though. He's out for the year. I'm going to take Wake Forest.
I'm gonna take Wake Forest.
All right. Mike has Wake Forest. I'll take North Carolina State.
I like Wake Forest.
Number 8, Texas at Kansas State. Texas at
Oh
Kansas.
boy, it's a big one.
It's a big game for Steve Sarkisian right here.
I'm going with him, Texas.
Yeah, Kansas State does not have its quarterback back. I don't think. I'm gonna take Texas.
It did Oklahoma State. The guy threw it up and down the field.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, this is Vegas telling you something here, though. This is a strange line. Kansas is ranked 13th. Texas is not even ranked on the road. Texas is a 2.5-point favorite.
They're begging you to bet on Kansas State. Begging.
I'll take Texas.
Well, I think you're going to catch me this week, or I'm going to get ahead of you. I'm going to pick Kansas State.
All right.
All right, number 9, Florida State at Miami.
They shoot in here because one of them got to have to leave.
After this rivalry game,
It's pretty crappy.
I'll take Florida State. FSU.
I like Florida
FSU.
State. Florida State for me, too.
I'll take the Seminoles.
does Miami fire Cristobal after 1 year?
No. He's 4-4 right now, and I looked at their schedule, Michael. He has no way he's going to be bowl eligible.
Yeah. And Florida State's quarterback's pretty good. That Jordan Travis. You ever watch him?
He'll be 5-7. Cristobal will this year.
Yeah. All he's got to do is drive 10 miles, and he'll have every big recruit in the country if he wants to.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're trying to do.
Okay. All right. Everybody.
Who you got, Mike? You take Florida State?
Florida State.
Number 11 is Air Force at Army.
And then Army. Well, the big deal is Army's got looking ahead to Troy. See, so, and they're playing Air Force. I'm going to take Air Force.
I would imagine Air Force is more important to them than Troy.
No,
They play Air Force or Navy.
Yeah, no question.
I'm going to take Air Force.
No, Army's playing better. I'll take Army.
Of course, they do play Troy the next week.
I'll take Army.
I like Air Force.
Number 11.
Air Force.
Okay. All right, we got a little bit of difference there. Number 11, we got Iowa at Purdue. Iowa at
I'll
Purdue.
take Purdue. Purdue will outscore them, even though Iowa looked better this past week.
Yeah, you got to feel bad for Iowa's head coach. His son's offensive coordinator, and everybody's been talking so bad about him all year.
Yeah, I bet he was grooming. You know, evidently he calls the shots. He was probably grooming his son.
You know, Troy plays up at Iowa in a few years.
They sure do. I think it's next year. I think it's next year. I
I
could
think
be
we're
wrong.
in Kansas State next year.
All right.
Who you got, Mike?
I got Purdue. I'm a big fan of Purdue. Quarterback and their wide receivers really good too.
I'll go to Purdue. All right,
I'm
number
going Iowa.
Number 12, Maryland at Wisconsin. I'll take the Terrapins.
I'll take.
Wisconsin's playing a lot better.
I'll take Wisconsin
I'll
too.
take Wisconsin.
Hey,
Forestly,
dig a little bit deeper in the
brave, courageous, and bold.
I got like a 6-game lead, I think, but I think it's will be even.
Tallulah, Tagovailoa, to his little brother, is been injured, so it'll be interesting to see if he's played in that game.
Yeah, you're right.
But we know what time that game starts.
I do not.
11 o'clock in the morning.
All right, good.
All right.
Let's get that line is.
Okay.
I'm sure Wisconsin favored.
All right, that's
I'd say 5 or 6 points probably, under a touchdown.
You're right, 4.5.
Yeah.
Number 13, Georgia Tech. Is that?
I'm a rambling wreck from Georgia Tech
Virginia
and
Tech.
a hell of a engineer.
Two
I'm a
bad
rambling
football
wreck
teams.
from Georgia Tech and a hell of a engineer. Bum 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 bum. That's good for your ratings.
All right, Georgia Tech at Virginia Tech.
That's going to be a crappy game, I'll tell you that right now.
Virginia Tech will beat them at home. They'll beat them.
Georgia Tech quarterback's out for the year, and they've been struggling ever since. But Virginia Tech is awful this year, too.
I like the under.
They beat somebody last week, though. That was a big win.
I'm going to
Virginia
take.
Tech beat somebody?
Yeah, I think so, unless I read it wrong.
I'll take Virginia Tech.
I'll take Georgia Tech.
All right.
Number 14, Baylor at Oklahoma.
Baylor has a better football team. I'm going to take Baylor.
I'm going to take Baylor.
I like Baylor.
I like Baylor.
There we go. Number 15, West Virginia at Iowa State.
Boy, he's got to have this one. He has got to have this one.
I'm going with Iowa State.
I'm going to take West Virginia.
I don't know how they get over that TCU loss. That was brutal.
They were in that game, Michael. They had a good chance to win that game.
Yeah, they had the ball down 3 with 3 minutes left to try to win it.
Right.
I'll take Iowa State.
All right, we got University of Texas San Antonio coming to Birmingham. I would take the Blazers to win. The Blazers.
Playing at home, and of course, Bryant Vincent used to coach right here at Charles Henderson High School. And I'm going to take UAB at home.
All right, UAB.
UAB is really good at home, really bad on the road. They have not won a road game all year, so I'll take UAB at home.
We got
UAB has a running back that averages 165 yards a game.
You know, last year I would have probably taken Tennessee San Antonio, and
Texas San Antonio, yeah, had a really good team.
does anybody take Texas San Antonio?
no, sir. Mm-mm.
All right.
You want to take our first break?
Well, we can't.
We'll go to. Okay, that's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break. We want to thank our sponsors, Horn Beverage Company and Ideal Graphics, and we'll be back after these messages.
These teenage years can be tricky to navigate, especially when it comes to teaching my son about managing money. I'm thankful for helpful tools like Sidekick from Max. With Sidekick, requesting and rewarding money is easy. He can earn it by completing chores, making honor roll, or simply making a request from his own app. I love that I can easily monitor his purchases and set limits to help him learn to make smart choices with his spending, even on video games. Sidekick. Find it in your Max app.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
I'm not going that making that trip.
Just the whole.
Welcome back to our show, ladies and gentlemen. This is Today in L.A. with Mike Amos. This is Bill Matthews, and I'm Forrest Lee. Couple of local things.
And me, Mike Amos.
That's Mike. And we have Michael on the phone.
All right, go ahead.
And but we have a Camp Stew pickup today at the Salvation Army, and they also need bell ringers. And during the commercial, Will mentioned something about the Rotary.
This is about probably at least 40 years it's been going on in Ozark. They have a charity auction benefiting Vivian B. Adams School and some other charities, and it's at the warehouse downtown in Ozark. Public's invited.
What time is that now?
Starts at 6 o'clock. They've got dinner, and then at 7 they start auctioning off things, and people donate different things, and you make a donation.
I might go to that, Will.
I tell you make a donation, and a lot of people donate their beach house for a week and tickets to ball games and stuff like that. I heard they're going to auction off 2 tickets to Auburn game. They might get $12 for those.
You mentioned that your dad did this for years.
My dad was a lead auctioneer for years, and it was funny.
Yeah.
And there was a man named Pete Mosley. He's dead now, but he was the band director at Carroll High, started the band there, and then he became superintendent of schools. And one year he had a football autographed by the Alabama team in '92. The one Gene Stallings had had it wrapped up in a box, and they started bidding on it. This doctor bid $800 for this ball. He just wanted that ball.
Let me say this real quick. If you give to the Salvation Army, let's just say you give $50 to the Salvation Army. And a lot of people do that just as a donation. Well, with your donation to the Salvation Army, they're going to give you, for $50, they're going to give you 5 quarts of delicious Camp Stew. Now, that's where I like to give. Yeah. They give you something back. You get something back. And this is a great opportunity to hey, how about a quart of Camp Stew for your favorite neighbor?
Yeah. With the football you were mentioning.
Anyway, the football, they opened up the football and had X's all over it, and then somebody wrote Gene Stallings on there and a bunch of X's. And he was a big Auburn fan. It was a joke. Yeah. But they didn't make the doctor pay the $800.
Mike, I found out that...
Well, have you been into Fairfield lately in Ozark? Oh, Fairfield.
He's doing good. He had a little stroke a while back, but he's doing great now.
And he's a good man, I tell you that.
Yeah, he came on the show. I remember talking about that event down in Ozark with all the music going on.
Oh, that was fantastic.
With the Tams.
And they had, and I'm gonna tell you something. Monday night there was 6,000 or 7,000 people in Ozark for trick or treating. They circled the town. Yeah. All the businesses gave away candy.
That's great.
I had 1,500 come to my office. We counted them, and it was something else. I've never seen a crowd like that.
We're back to it.
How much you pay on candy? About $500?
More than that. We had 6,000 pieces of candy.
That would have been a great place to be, and kids would have loved it.
And my daughter did these gift bags. She's a lawyer with me. She did 200 of those, and they were gone by 6 o'clock.
Oh boy, isn't that wonderful?
We were with all those yuppies at Seaside. That's where we did our trick or treating.
Yep.
Back to the Pick'em Show every Thursday. Number 17, Syracuse is at Pittsburgh. I'm going to take the orange of Syracuse.
Oh, boy.
I got Pittsburgh.
How in the world did Pittsburgh go to overtime with Tennessee?
I don't know. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. I'm going down on a limb and take Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think everybody knows the blueprint on Syracuse now. I'll take Pittsburgh.
All right, number 18, Appalachian State at Coastal Carolina.
This is a big Sun Belt Conference game.
Tonight on ESPN.
I'll take Coastal.
Do you know that a lot of people are talking about this guy at Coastal Carolina as the new Auburn coach? Have you heard that rumor? Anybody heard that rumor?
Jamie Chadwell?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, something's wrong with this line, though. App State at Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina's quarterback must be out because App State is a favorite.
Oh, that is great. You're right.
I like Coastal.
You're telling me I get points for Coastal at home tonight?
Oh boy, what did you say the line was? Coastal
Carolina's the underdog. That State's the 3-point favorite.
Oh, something's wrong
Be
there.
all over that. Coastal.
I'll take Coastal too, but I need to find out the quarterback's there now. This game's on actual ESPN at 6:30.
Michael, that's one of my 9. I think I've got one.
All right,
I got 11 picks.
we're gonna let you do your picks after this if y'all want to, or whatever. Keep going.
Number 19, Marshall at Old Dominion.
Marshall.
You know what? Gosh, this one, surely Marshall can beat Old Dominion just by namesake.
We are Marshall. I'll take Marshall.
We are Marshall. You're right.
Y'all talking.
And then another we are is two other we are. So we are Purdue and we are Penn State.
I thought you were going to say we are Troy.
Well, I can't get anybody to go along with me. I say it all the time. I can't never get a response.
Number 20, South Alabama at Georgia Southern.
We need
Big game. Yeah. If Georgia's going to beat South Alabama, that would be huge for Florida.
They'll beat them. I'm going to take Georgia Southern. Hey, what did old Pat Dye say about Georgia Southern? Or Georgia? What did Pat Dye say about Georgia one time, right?
They're not man enough to beat Alabama.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think South Alabama is man enough to beat Georgia Southern at Georgia Southern.
I'm picking the Jaguars of South Alabama.
All right.
I am too.
But that was his alma mater.
Well, Jody's is Georgia Southern.
Yeah, that's right.
South Alabama.
That's right.
South Alabama's a 3.5-point favorite. I'm going to take Georgia Southern at home, too. They're pretty good at home.
They sure are.
James Madison at Louisville.
I think Louisville will blow them out.
Yeah, coach did a good job, Scott Satterfield.
I think he's a good coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think James Madison's going to
They went out to Florida. That was a pretty big win.
That's the only game Gus Bus has lost this year.
Really?
No, he just lost on the road to East Carolina.
Oh, that's right. So
Boy,
he got 2.
East
But
Carolina.
he beat
Good.
Cincinnati.
He's at number 25 in the.
He beat Cincinnati.
And all right.
I'm sure Auburn fans kind of wish they would have kept old Gus.
They saved $36 million.
Who you got, Mike?
I got Louisville.
Okay. All right, I got Troy ahead of all the Southeastern Conference games, but Troy plays at Louisiana Lafayette. I'm gonna pick Troy.
I'm going to pick Troy. Now, Louisiana gives them a hard time, but I like Troy, too.
Troy.
Yeah, Troy, this line started at 3.5 in Vegas. Now it's up to 5.5. So people are jumping on Troy. Lafayette's 4-4. Troy's 6-2. Big question with Troy, though, is who's going to be the quarterback?
Yeah, I know it.
Davey or is it going to be Watson?
And I think that's important.
I'm thinking it's going to be Gunnar Watson coming off the offense. I'll take Troy. I think this will be a really close game.
Mm-hmm.
I would take Lafayette in the point.
All right, here we go in the Southeastern Conference. Kentucky is at Missouri. Kentucky at Missouri.
I'm all over Missouri in this one.
Yeah, Missouri's red hot.
I like them, too. I'll take Missouri to win at home.
I'm
Boy,
picking.
Missouri looked really good against South Carolina. Don't watch them.
They play defense, Michael. They got a great defense.
Yeah, they really do.
I'm picking
And
Kentucky.
they're a few plays away from upsetting Georgia, too. And we know what happened in that Auburn game. Guys running in for a touchdown and losing the ball at the 1-yard line. That would have been another one.
Did you know, I was reading all about this, and you can go to the Facebook and you can read all about the hiring and firing of Auburn's coach. But one of the reasons they fired him was because of the way Auburn played against Missouri. They read that out.
They should have lost that game, really.
Yeah, but that right there was
Michael, they missed a 20-yard field goal to win it, in regulation.
Oh, we know that. Yeah.
A guy that's one of the best kickers in the league made 10 field goals.
But still, even in the loss, to Auburn, they still used it against him. And have y'all read that about him, the Auburn coach? It's good reading. Yeah, it's really something. All of that. Do you know what? They fired him on his birthday.
They also fired every single one of his assistant coaches from Boise State that came with him, too.
Got rid of every one of them.
How about
Auburn's got 5 or maybe 6 coaches they have to replace.
hey,
And Michael, they've got to pay those guys for a year, the ones they fired. Every now and then, some of these assistant coaches have 2 and 3 year contracts. I know when Charles Kelly was working for Jimbo at Florida State, he was his defensive coordinator when Jimbo left. Jimbo left, did not take a single coach with him. He took one guy that was some kind of advisor, friend of his or something. And Florida State had to pay Charles for 2 years on there when he went to Tennessee as assistant.
that's something, yeah.
Kentucky at Missouri. I picked Kentucky. Who'd you get, Michael?
Oh, I'm gonna take Missouri.
Missouri.
I put Missouri.
All right. I picked Kentucky.
I tell you what, everybody ought to look at as far as he's leading the pack on our.
Well,
Kentucky looked so bad against Tennessee. I mean, were awful.
I'll tell you one. This next one, just shoot in here. You can have, to get any relief. This Florida to take the A&M game. How do you pick that game?
I'm going with A&M.
Oh boy, you're right.
A&M freshman quarterback looked pretty good in spots. I thought the play calling was awful against Oklahoma. I think they could have won that game.
I changed my mind.
I can't go A&M anymore. I'm just so done with them. I can't take them anymore. I'm just take Florida.
I'm going to change my mind. I was Florida, but I'm going to scratch out and go with Aggies at home.
I am too. Texas. One thing, they are pretty good on defense, so I'm going to take Texas A&M.
I am too, A&M.
Liberty at Arkansas.
Who shot Liberty Balance? He was the bravest of them all.
I'm picking Liberty to win, and they're a 14-point underdog. I'm picking them to win the game.
That's what I took. I took Liberty. No, I'm not. I'm gonna take Arkansas.
I'm picking Arkansas.
I'm taking Liberty, and I'll guarantee you, if you see Liberty anywhere close on Saturday, I'll be smiling.
Yeah, and also Mike.
Liberty 14 points.
Yep.
Yeah, Mike.
I would take Liberty.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you right now though, Arkansas has the best running back. What do they call him?
Sanders.
Yeah, what do they call him? Rocket Sanders, or what do they call him?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Rocket Sanders, a great running back to go with that quarterback. Those two guys are hard to stop. I took Arkansas.
How many yards they rushed for against Auburn? I don't know.
Auburn's got the worst rushing defense in the country.
And
I know they're 14th in the SEC, but they're one of the worst in the country.
Yeah.
Liberty might be getting their quarterback back too. When they beat BYU the other day, 40-13, they had their 4th-string quarterback play.
And I think they had a week off between that and this.
I will say this. Yeah.
Hugh Freeze is making $5 million a year at Liberty. I mean, how much money does Liberty University have?
Yeah. All right. Well,
who you
Mississippi
picking,
State
Michael?
has got a pretty good run defense.
Did you pick?
I pick Arkansas.
Okay. All right, go ahead,
Oh,
Mr. Mike.
okay, my bad.
Go
Y'all
ahead.
still talking about the other one.
Go ahead.
I'll take.
Auburn at Mississippi.
I'm not crazy about the Mississippi State coach, but he'll find a way to beat Auburn. And let me say this a little bit about the Auburn coach. If you go to Facebook and read all about the things that happened to this guy, it'll tear you up. Because it was a tough break. Mike, let me ask this. With my guy,
He just went a good fit at Auburn.
yeah, you're right. That's what it was.
When you're
Mississippi State's 12.5-point favorite.
Hey,
when Auburn is 14th in the SEC in recruiting, my God,
they mentioned that.
You got to get rid of it.
They mentioned that. No, I'm not saying that they didn't. My cousin, did he keep his job?
Brent Bethel?
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that he was one of the ones off the job.
So
Yeah, the ones that did not come from Boise still are there on an interim basis.
So Brent Bledsoe hopefully kept his job.
Yeah. Carnell Skylight Williams is now the head coach at Auburn.
Yeah.
Well, I got Mississippi State. Who'd you pick, Michael?
Oh, Mississippi State. I like Mississippi State to cover, too.
Okay.
I've got Mississippi State.
Let me tell you this. Are we gone to 27 yet?
No, right now, go ahead.
All right, I picked Vanderbilt to win their first conference game. I take Vanderbilt playing South Carolina.
I've got South Carolina.
That's who I got.
South Carolina's a 6.5 point favorite at Vandy. I'll take South Carolina. I think they'll bounce back. They got to try to get bowl eligible too.
Yeah, they'll beat Vandy to death.
Oh gosh, well let me change that. I'll change that. Let me change that. I'm trying to win this thing. I'll take South Carolina
Vandy,
because the coach.
Vandy started the year what 3-1.
Yep.
We're talking about Beamer ball. I forgot all about
And
Beamer
Mike,
ball.
I won $100 on Vandy because I had Vandy over 2.5. And when they beat Northern Illinois, that got them 3 wins.
Yeah.
All right, everybody takes South Carolina. Is that right? All right.
Yes. All right, number 28. Number 1, Tennessee. At number 3, Georgia.
I think,
Dogs.
I
And
think,
we're going to do a tiebreaker for this game and the next game, Michael.
I think the same thing's going to happen in Georgia that's happened to everybody else. They get outscored. I'm going to take Tennessee to win the game.
Georgia. 45. Tennessee 28.
Boy, don't you know the poll? The poll will be interested because either Tennessee or Georgia both have a good opportunity to go to win the conference championship.
I think Tennessee wins 49-42. So I like the over in that game. I don't know what it is, but I'm going over on.
Yeah, over 65.5.
I'm over that big time.
The line started at 12.5 for Georgia. It's now down to 8.5.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Tennessee can score.
I like Tennessee. Tennessee, baby. I think Tennessee will win the game.
I'm going to think Kirby Smart finds a way to slow him down just enough, and Georgia wins 38-35.
That's over. That's an over.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you got, Mr. Mike?
I took Tennessee.
What's your score?
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yes, tiebreaker.
42-35.
Okay.
That's an over.
That's Tennessee.
And
42-35.
You know, Stetson Bennett does throw a lot of interceptions. So that's one thing about Georgia. I don't know if they got down. I don't know if they could come back throwing the ball.
Here.
I know if they can run the ball and establish the run and run that clock. That's what they're going to try to do, keep Tennessee off the field.
I think Georgia's offensive line can out-rugby scrum Tennessee's offensive line. It's the battle of the scrumming, where you just push the pile.
I guarantee you, I'll be shocked if Kirby Smart lets the Preston Hyde kid be wide open like Alabama and Kentucky has.
They'll put 3 men on him.
Yeah, he's going to find a way to make him not beat him.
And our last pick, the University of Alabama travels to Baton Rouge to play
Y'all ready?
the Raging Cajuns.
Y'all
of
ready?
Louisiana.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Hold me, Tiger. Give me the LSU Bengal Tigers to upset Alabama.
What's your score?
38. No, excuse me. 34-28. LSU.
28 points. I would give you a lot of money right now for that.
What's the over-under on that one, Michael?
56.5.
I think it's going under that. I really do.
Alabama and Vegas right now is a 13.5 point favorite. I'll take Alabama to beat LSU 42-27.
Okay.
I've got Alabama winning 28-24. I like LSU plus.
Bum, 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 bum. What do you think?
I like LSU with the spread, but Alabama to win the game.
I got to hear.
Alabama 38, LSU 17.
All right.
Well, that's all of it.
I mean, if Alabama doesn't play their best game coming off the off week, I'll be shocked.
We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it.
All right, Michael, get your pencil ready. These are my
All right,
picks
here we
this
go.
week.
Here they
You got Forrest Lee right there. He'll help you.
All right, Mark, Missouri +2 against Kentucky. Oh, somebody's trying to call me, and I'm not going to.
Roll Tide.
No,
I don't even know if Vanderbilt's got one. Anyway, I want Texas A&M against Florida -3. Tennessee plus 8.5 to Georgia. Liberty plus 14 to Arkansas. LSU plus 13.
Wait a minute. Slow down a little bit.
All right.
Tennessee plus 8.5. What's after that?
Liberty plus 14.
You got plenty of time.
Arkansas.
Yeah, we got pretty good.
LSU plus 13 to Alabama.
I get it 13.5.
Yeah, that's even better. Auburn plus 13 to Mississippi State.
Oh, wow. You like Auburn?
Yeah, I don't like them to win, but I like them to cover.
Yeah.
I do not like that.
South Carolina minus 7.
Okay.
Washington 42, Oregon State 31. So I like Washington to cover and to go over, both.
Okay.
I like the under in the Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech game. It's under 40.
Okay.
I like Coastal plus 3.5 to App State.
That's tonight.
And I like Notre Dame plus 4 playing Clemson. That's my picks.
No.
Well, it'd be great if Clemson got beat, but then you would not have to deal with Clemson or anybody.
Boy, I know it. You're right. You're right.
This is the only game Michael Clemson can possibly lose. The rest of them are
Plus 2? Or plus
Notre Dame plus 4 at home.
4? Yeah, that's going to be an interesting game. You know, Notre Dame's still playing with their backup quarterback, but he's actually done a pretty good job.
This is the only game Clemson can possibly lose the rest of the year.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. Well, it's one of those where Alabama's coming off an off week, LSU's coming off an off week. The guy last night I was talking to is a big LSU supporter, and he thinks that Kelly's a couple years away. He doesn't think this LSU team will beat Alabama.
Well,
What you got going on? Somebody's alarm going off?
Yeah.
no.
Everybody blowing up my phone, Michael.
Yeah, today at the Salvation Army, you can pick up your camp stew from 12 o'clock to 6. Call them at 808-1069. They may have some extra camp stew. They're in need of bell ringers. The Salvation Army. A couple other things. Our sympathies to the Matt Gibson family and the Ron Morgan family. We want to thank Will for coming, and good to see Big Mike on the set. And
We got 5 more minutes,
yeah.
guys. We're not done yet.
yeah, I'm just hitting some highlights. There's a big archery tournament tomorrow and Saturday at Pike Level Arts. The World Series resumes tonight in Philadelphia around 7 o'clock. The series is tied 2-2. And
Fourth, we got Charles Henderson, head coach Tim Faison, and 3 of the senior basketball players on tomorrow.
yeah, they're coming. Coach Tim Faison, the head basketball coach at Charles Centers, will be on the set tomorrow, and he's bringing 3 seniors. And the Rotary Club of Ozark?
Yeah.
Rotary auctions tonight.
What do you have
It's at the warehouse, downtown Ozark. Public invited.
now? Of course, it is
All proceeds go to
fundraiser.
Visit Benham School.
It is a fundraiser, so
Absolutely.
you'll pay to get in, won't you?
No, you don't pay to go in, get in.
Oh,
And
man.
the dinner's free. It's
Man.
donated. And it's
Here's your kick time for Alabama LSU. That game will be at 6 o'clock on ESPN.
right.
If you want to watch that game, then of course the Georgia-Tennessee game will be 2:30 on CBS. If you want to watch the Troy game, you got to have a streaming device, ESPN Plus. Troy, Louisiana, Lafayette will be at 4 o'clock on ESPN Plus.
All right, can I get it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this many times. You should have it by now.
What about Auburn, Mississippi State? What time's that one?
I don't know. Is that a night game or is that an 11 o'clock game?
It's got to be 11 o'clock, I would think.
Well, I'm sorry I had to ask you if we can get it.
Kentucky, Missouri is 1.5.
Wow. It's going to be a good game.
That game's going to be on ESPN. I mean, SEC Network at 11. And then I don't see Auburn, Mississippi State. That must be a night game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably is.
And
So,
go ahead, Mr. Mike.
Well, I just had to do this real quick.
Oh, don't do that. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do
Auburn,
that.
Mississippi State.
The Auburn Tigers.
Cadillac Williams.
War Eagle. Ba, 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 ba. For all you Auburn fans out there. Hey! right, go get them, Auburn.
And
they need to win bad.
Auburn's at 6:30 tomorrow, so Saturday night.
6:30.
6:30.
Boy,
They'll be ringing the cowbells over
And,
Your late night game will be UFC against Cal on ESPN. That game will start at 9:30 and get over about 1 in the morning.
what time is the Troy game, Mike?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock for Troy and Louisiana.
Also, Clemson Notre Dame will be on NBC.
prime time.
National television at 6:30.
Oh boy, we got a lot of football. This
That's
might
gonna
be
be a great game.
This might be the biggest TV games I've seen. This is gonna be great.
You know, James Madison at Louisville. This tells you how much they respect James Madison. They're only a 7.5-point underdog at Louisville.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you what.
And Louisville's coming on. Louisville's playing good football.
I would take Louisville in a second. They'll win that game bad.
We want to remind everyone today on the campus of Charles Henderson High School at 5 o'clock, they're going to dedicate the practice field in honor of DeMario Harris, who played at Charles Henderson, and he passed
Ward
away
number 10.
Playing football. His nickname is Squirrel, or number 10. So join the Charles Henderson Trojans today at 5 o'clock as they honor and DeMario Harris. They're naming the practice field in his honor.
He was a
That's
young
this
man that
afternoon
lost
at
his
5
life
o'clock.
actually during the game.
They were playing Davidson, I believe.
What a great player. What a great
One of the most
kid.
tragic things in Troy history when that happened.
He's in the playoffs, wasn't he?
I'm not sure if it was a playoff.
think
It was in
playoff,
September.
Oh, was it?
I believe it
Yeah.
was in September.
Yeah, it was a tackle he made. He would have played college ball too. Great player.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
he had offers from UAB. Well, UAB was looking at him, Jack State and Murray State.
Yeah.
But we want to thank you for joining us today. It's good to see Big Mike. Thank you, Mike, for
thank
coming
you.
anytime. Of course, it's your show. And I want to thank Will Matthews for coming up from Ozark. Good to see him. Mike, hope you have a good day in Florida. And I want to thank Steve and C Spire and Troy Cable for having us.
And Mike Amos production. Yeah,
Mike
that was
Amos
good.
Production. We'll see you tomorrow, bright and early on today in L.A. with Mike Amos and Company.
All right. All right.
That's yours, Mike. Your
Oh, yeah.
pickle sheet.
These teenage years can be tricky to navigate, especially when it comes to teaching my son about managing money. I'm thankful for helpful tools like Sidekick from Max. With Sidekick, requesting and rewarding money is easy. He can earn it by completing chores, making honor roll, or simply making a request from his own app. I love that I can easily monitor his purchases and set limits to help him learn to make smart choices with his spending, even on video games. Sidekick. Find it in your Max app.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy.